Ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, guys. I feel like we gotta kind of jump right in and let you guys know that the house is not in a great place right now. We just found out that one way or another, Corona has come into the house, and that we all very, very likely have it.
Wait, you're not kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I wish I was. So I don't know if anyone can relate to this feeling where I don't really know what's the best thing for me to do right now. Obviously, there's things that I can be doing that could be productive in a sense of helping me get to where I want to go. And then I return, and I keep returning to the fact that people are dying around the world. People are incredibly sick. And I just found out my entire house is infected. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how we should go about this situation. I mean, what should we be doing as a house to make sure that the virus stops here? And so I've contacted one of my dad's friends who's actually an infectious disease specialist, and we're about to get on a call to talk about what we can do. Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah. How's living with the infected man?
Oh, it's a bit up and down, but things have been pretty positive today. He seems to be doing better. How are things on your end? I'm sure it's a crazy time for you.
It's insane. Yeah, definitely insane. I was in the hospital around all weekend, and then I've just been doing a lot of sort of administrative stuff, trying to get everybody ready and that sort of thing. So it's been super busy. I know one of your brothers, could be you, one of you guys were in New York, I guess, right? Where all this is terrible.
Yeah, so that's my older brother, and now we're all back in the house. And so I think definitely that's the big question for us is like, okay, how do we end it in this house? I sense this weight in the world, this like feeling of, and so many people are so fearful. What is something that you've been trying to communicate to kind of calm people down to ease those fears?
So it's a great question. So I think the fear, and I think it's a legitimate fear, and so how you can word it to people is important, right? So the fear is this can impact anyone, and no matter how healthy you were before, it can seriously impact you, right? And so you would say, oh, it's the person with the stroke, oh, it's the person with the heart attack, with smoked all their life, that's the person it's going to impact the most. That's not necessarily true, right? So that's the fear. The fear is you could get it, I could get it, we could both be on a ventilator, and we can't predict that beforehand because we don't have that ability. Now, we know it impacts older people more probably severely, but we can't say that it couldn't impact you or it couldn't impact me. So that's the fear. The truth of the fear is the mortality rate is only about 1 or 2%. The fear is we can't predict who those 1 or 2% of people are, right? And so I think the calmness needs to be that actually as human beings, we can impact this because we have the ability to separate from each other, and we do have the ability to sort of flatten the curve, right? And so if we can just be patient and we can, lean into this whole shelter at home thing, really minimize what you're doing, pay attention to your hygiene with your hand washing and everything else, we can impact this and we can flatten the curve. I mean, we're the ones that control this ability to do that. It's our inability to lean into that shelter at home, not go out, not do things. It's going to perpetuate this, and then it puts us all at risk, right?
When I start to do something, I find myself continuously stopped. And I feel that right now, that this is the time for me to stop and slow down and to check in on my foundation, to really ask myself who I want to be, not what do I want to do. Because without that first answer of who I want to be, then I'll never truly find the fulfillment I'm looking for in what I want to do. And so I would just offer that to any of you guys out there. I hope you're staying clean. Continue to wash your hands. That's not a joke. Like, be psycho about it. And we're going to do our best to end this thing at this house so this line stops here. Stay strong, guys. Keep swimming. Peace.